Hi, my name is Kaylee Gubler, and I am a certified health coach. And I just wanted to talk today about willpower. And so, a lot of people like to say things like when you see other people reaching goals, like, "Oh, if only I had their willpower or their self control or whatever." But really, like that's not what it's about. So, I learned this the hard way. I used to use willpower and just wanting to be skinny and whatever to make certain choices. So I'd white knuckle my way through making these healthy choices and lose a little bit of weight. And as soon as like life happened and that willpower got a little bit weaker, I would go right back and gain that weight back and go back to my old habits and everything. So the thing with willpower is you have to think of it like a muscle, like a brain muscle. Okay. And so just thinking like relating it to like doing push-ups. Could you do push-ups like forever and ever and ever? Or would your biceps and triceps and all that, would it finally give out? Like it maybe for some of us, it would give out pretty fast. So like, it being a muscle, you can strengthen it. That's true. But you cannot rely on willpower to get you to your goals. And so that muscle is gonna fatigue. And maybe if like the only time you ever had to use willpower in your entire day and into your entire life was to eat healthy or exercise or drink water or whatever those things are, maybe you could do it. But usually that's not. We have to use willpower to get out of bed in the morning. We have to use willpower to go to work, to get that assignment done, to get that project done, to call that person, to whatever, like all those things that you don't want to do, like trying not to yell at your kids, like that's all willpower, right? And so usually that's why it's a very common thing to binge at nighttime. We wake up in the morning like, oh, I'm going to do so good today. I'm going to stay on whatever plan I'm doing. I'm going to, stick to my goals and stay true to what I want. And then all of a sudden you've had this whole big day and then nighttime comes around. You're like, I don't care. I'm going to get out those Oreos. I'm going to eat them. Doesn't even matter. Then you get that guilt and shame later, right? So the thing about this is you have to make it so easy to succeed, okay? And sometimes it's not going to be easy to succeed, but everything you can do with your environment to make it as easy as possible to succeed, you need to do it. So I learned this the hard way, of just always having the stuff around and doing really well with resisting it. But then, of course, as you're resisting and thinking about it, then your cravings get worse, and it's just this terrible cycle. So finally, I got to the point where I decided I'm going to make my house a safe place because just a little history on me, total recovering sugar addict, okay? So I couldn't just have a little chocolate bar and be done. Like I had to have a lot, like 2 brownies and a huge thing of ice cream with caramel and fudge and the whole thing, right? And that's what I would have to have for my sugar. So what I did was I decided I know that there are certain things in my house I can't have around because I'll eat it. Like I just know I'll eat it. Like maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but when I'm stressed someday or when it's been staring at me for too long, I'm going to break down. I'm going to have it. When that willpower muscle is fatigued, I'm going to eat that. So I just had to make my house that safe place. And I just had to say, I'm not going to have these certain things in my house. And so my house is a safe place from things like ice cream and Reese's peanut butter cups and Snickers and all that stuff, because that is stuff that I love. And so instead I say, hey, if I want ice cream, I'm going to go out with my family and we'll go have ice cream at the parlor or whatever. And then I can choose what size I want at that point and not end up finishing the pint by myself that night or whatever. So just making your house that safe place is a very, very easy way to not have to rely on willpower. So then when you get home and you're having those cravings or thoughts to go off your plan or whatever that is, then it's like, oh, well, it's not a choice. And so it may not even come to your head at all because it's just not there. That's kind of what has happened to me is I've just stopped even thinking like, oh, I need ice cream because I just know it's not here. So I've gotten out of that habit of having that every night. So just knowing that willpower is a muscle, you don't want to fatigue that, okay? And well, it's going to happen sometimes, but like you don't want to have to rely on that to make sure that you're going to make those healthy choices. So set up your environment for success, get people on board with you, hang out with people that like make healthy choices too. So you're not the only one that's saying, maybe we should go somewhere a little healthier or whatever, just just really set yourself up for success and don't rely on willpower. So that is all.